A passion for Wiltshire life.
BBC Wiltshire.
Cooper's here to do the weather forecast. Gemma, you're Gemma with a J, aren't you?
I am indeed.
OK, because we're going to talk to Phil from Malmesbury in a moment, who's come up with a new website. It's a search engine, and it comes up with completely the wrong results. It's called WackoSearch, so I'm going to put your name into it, Gemma. Okay?
Oh, don't do that.
See what comes up. Well, I get pictures of impaled gnomes.
Oh.
Hang on a second. Oh, it's not coming up with anything at the moment. Phil, check your website's working. Oh, hang on. Here we go. OK. Comes up with, right, Gemma Cooper. Bad luck and how to get rid of it. Name, meanings and history. Also on there as well, what else have we got? The top 10 doctored photos.
What, of me?
No, not just of you. Well, I don't think you're on there at all, actually. If the camera never lies, here are examples that have changed history by changing the photograph. So why has Phil got a website that deliberately gets everything wrong? Well, you can find out. I'll chat to him in a moment. There's 8:28. If you wanted to find the BBC Wiltshire website, but you weren't sure of the address online, now you might go to a search engine, mightn't you, and you just type in the words BBC Wiltshire. And normally, our website would come up straight away. But if you go to this website, which is WackoSearch.com, you type in BBC Wiltshire, as I'm doing now. This website has, it looks a bit like Google. It's got a picture of a duck, a yellow duck with sunglasses on it. And see what it comes up with. It comes up with, in our case here, a website about fast food, Madonna and David Letterman, also an octopus with its whale song. All rather random. And this website has been put together by Philip Thompson from Malmesbury. Morning, Phil.
Hi, Matthew.
Why on earth have you put together this search engine which comes up and gets everything wrong?
Well, whisper it because probably people don't want to talk about it too much, but we actually thought the internet was getting a bit boring.
Really?
Well, people have forgotten how to search, particularly, how to actually surf the web. I mean, I would think youngsters probably haven't even heard the term surfing the web because search engines now are so determined to get you exactly where you're supposed to be going, or certainly where they think they want you to go. You don't really come across those wonderful, bizarre sites that you used to. So we just thought, well, why not invert the proposition and take you to the wrong place, but make sure it's going to be interesting and amusing.
So the idea you find something completely different. I mean, I found a website of pictures of impaled gnomes when I looked up my name last night. It is, though, completely random, because I've noticed every time you do it, you get different things, so nothing really tallies at all, does it?
Well, yes. I mean, it is a bit of fun, let's be honest. And it would be a bit of a one-trick pony if it always took you to the same site. So, no, the idea is to make sure that you're going to go somewhere that, as I say, if you were back in the old days surfing the internet and you came across something that you weren't, unexpected, that's just what it's supposed to do.
And I'm just wondering, because looking at it, I mentioned it looks a bit like Google. Have they been in touch at all saying, oi, your website looks like ours and it's misleading?
Would be rather nice press, wouldn't it? No, they haven't. But, they're the biggest out there. They're more and more determined to be as accurate as they possibly can, so we thought we'd do the exact opposite.
Who do you think's going to use your website?
Well, really, it's just, it is a bit of fun, and the idea really is for those moments where you're thinking to yourself, late in the evening, or sometime you think to yourself, well, what am I actually going to do online now? Because a lot of my friends and family were saying to me, it gets to the end of the day or gets when I'm using the internet, I just want to do something a bit different. So we hope people will just put it in their favourites. Occasionally do a search and come up with something unexpected.
Well, there are certain random websites already, like there's a Daily Mail headline generator, which is always quite amusing if you want to go and look at that. I'm just thinking, though, I mean, for me, I do tend to look at the same websites, but it gives me the information I need. When you say, the people to just do something else with the internet, why don't they just go and do something else full stop?
Well, I think the point is that they've still got to go and find these sites, and the level of effort that people out in the wide world put into, producing these sites that you never come across. I mean, I did a search this morning, and I came across a group of people who carried a jacuzzi along with all the water to the top of Mount Blanc. And there they were, the photographs and the story behind doing it. Now, how are you ever going to find something like that? You're just not ever going to search for it. But was very funny, most amusing, and a huge amount of effort. The sort of sites that people are putting together out there are remarkable, and it's just, we think WackoSearch is a way to help you find them.
So you're trying to make it fun, but for you personally then, Phil, what are you doing? You're trying to monetise this? Is it a business opportunity for you?
Well, you would have noticed there's no advertising or anything on WackoSearch. The main reason we're doing it is that we have another number of other ideas for the internet.
And when you say we, who are we?
LoyaltyNet Limited, which is the company that I run. It's only we're based out of Malmesbury. We're a small company, only 3 of us in total, including one guy who does some development for us in Australia. But we have a lot of other ideas for the internet which we think are going to be interesting. And of course, when we're looking for funding in the future, people are going to turn around and say, OK, what have you done so far? Have you proved yourself? So WackoSearch is really our first venture, just to show we can do something. OK, we'll have a look at it online and see what it comes up with for you. Phil, thanks for your time this morning. Phil Thompson from Malmesbury, who's behind that website. Totally random. That's